time for another monthly series on my channel, but this one is related to some stuff that I've done before. If you've been around on my channel for a while, though let's be real, very few have, then you might remember my Elemental Symbolism series that I made during Juvie of 2018. I kinda wanted to do a lot of stuff related to that because I really enjoyed making that series, and I've decided that what better way to follow up elements than to do animals and symbolism of them in popular culture. As this is the first episode, I've decided to go with probably the easiest animal to sort of discuss the symbolism of: dogs. Dogs have been around since basically the beginning of humans as people, and we've been including As this is the first episode, I decided that I would do basically the easiest animal to have any sort of symbolism about, and that's dogs. Dogs have been around for basically as long as there's been people, and we've been including them in our stories for as long. Now, be aware that this is just a set of sort of general rules for symbolism of, like, dogs in fiction, because we've got so many examples that we could pull from that I'd be really pushed to actually do a full-on list of this. Historically, dogs were a status symbol, most notably hunting dogs, as there was a restriction on hunting in general to the nobility. Now, this has largely died back a bit because, well, hunting is a lot less prevalent in our culture and in society as a whole now, but the dog's role as a status symbol has kept in some ways because, well, naturally, there's the royal corgis and the fact that any chihuahua or poodle that you see in media is used in some form of status symbol. One of the biggest associations with dogs as a symbol is loyalty and companionship, and this obviously comes from the saying, dog is man's best friend. But it's best exemplified through two characters from the Harry Potter series, Ron Weasley and Sirius Black. Sirius is best known in the fandom as being Harry's dad's best friend, and cements this role by having an animagus form of being able to turn into a big black dog. Similarly, Ron is best known as being Harry's best friend, and his Patronus takes the form of a dog as well. Both characters are almost unwavering in their loyalty and friendship with their respective friends, and this is reflected in their dog-based associations. But this link goes back a lot further, including all the way to the Odyssey, where the only one to recognise Odysseus when he arrives home in disguise is his dog, Argos. Not like the shop. Additionally, dogs have an association with being guards or protectors, and this one's a pretty obvious one because we've been using them for that role for a long time. It's one of the first jobs that we ever gave them. Now, this association has a huge variety of examples that we can show in media, such as the canine warriors from Okami, Dog from Good Omens, and even to a certain extent, the Cleganes from Game of Thrones / A Song of Ice and Fire. It's just a huge variety, and those are just some of the ones that are on the nose, not even the hidden ones that you kinda don't think about straight away. Another common symbolic link for dogs is that they've got an instinct for truth. Now, this obviously comes from them being guards and protectors, and from their role in hunting as well. But who hasn't heard of a dog distrusting a new opposed person in disguise? It's a common trope in fiction, with examples coming from such varied media as Coco, The Parent Trap, and Once Upon a Time, to Okami, Discworld, and The Terminator. In the real world, dogs are used in police work all the time, which is probably one of the sources for this association. But I do recommend you check out some other stuff to do with this trope, because there's some interesting stuff there. Up till this point, I've only really touched on positive associations for dogs, but we do have some negative ones as well. Dogs have a strong link to savagery in pop culture, and there's a couple of reasons for this. There's the very big stereotype of feral and rabid animals being horrible, and there's the use of dogs, such as Rottweilers and Pit Bulls, as strength status symbols in less desirable areas of society. But examples of this association are rife in different media, such as Rorschach's origin story in Watchmen, and their use in heraldry of the Cleganes in A Song of Ice and Fire, Game of Thrones. This link, as well as the fact that dogs are larger than the other common household pet of cats, has led to a misleading connection to masculinity, to dogs, and the fact that masculinity is meant to be aggressive. It's not. In fact, some children have been known to assume that all dogs are male and that all cats are female, which, while inaccurate, has stuck with a lot of people anyway. Finally, dogs are also known to be rather uncomplicated and straightforward creatures with boundless enthusiasm and less than stellar intelligence, which is a rather mixed association to be used in media. The Cleganes are again a good example of this, as they are known by and large as fighting machines with little intelligence and no higher goals. But also of note is the fact that in the world of His Dark Materials, people with dog demons are generally willing to follow authority and also become servants, which is a dubious connection to put into the collective consciousness of media. Overall, there are a variety of symbolic associations with dogs in media and culture in general, with particularly notable ones being loyalty, friendship, truth, savagery, straightforwardness, and protection. They're just wide in their associations. Hopefully this has given you a bit more clarity on the symbolism of dogs. This is the first episode of this series, and I would really appreciate it if you'd let me know in the comments down below how you think I did in this video. I want to know if this was useful or if this could have been better. Let me know down there. I hope that you enjoyed this video and that you remember to like and share it and subscribe to my channel. Click on the thumbnails down below to see other videos by me, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!